Good morning, Ramon. How are you this
Hello,
fine day?
Mindy Hahn, NFL Sunday. It's almost kickoff already. I love
I
it.
know. Can you
I love
believe
it.
it? I saw this morning, they were already out on the field there. So, pretty exciting
Yeah.
day. Yeah,
Well, it's Jacksonville's second home.
right. It seems so.
We're going to have a football game going off while we're on the air here on the morning steam with Mindy Hahn. I'm Ramon Scott. NFL Sunday. We've already previewed more than half of the card, Mindy, over back on Thursday. We previewed this game. We might as well get into it. We'll go over the website, kind of lament about yesterday, where at least we had hockey, and
Right.
oh, too bad there's not more hockey games out there. Not the only thing we could get right, but let's go to the website and get right into the show and let people come in here before we start previewing NFL games with the afternoon window, the Sunday night game, a big marquee matchup with a
Should be fun.
lopsided spread. Yeah, we'll talk about it. And there is a 8-game NBA card, 5 games on the ice. I don't know what else we can find. Okay, Mindy, before we go to the website, I'm sorry, we'll talk. Why don't we discuss the World Series?
Okay.
I had a winner. I had a winner in the World Series.
All right.
Houston on the premium side.
Very
But
good.
again, what did you think? Astros got to the lead. Phillies mild threat. Didn't really seem like they were going to get enough momentum together in this one, but it didn't go. It wasn't totally disastrous in the bullpen, right? So is everything under control for the Phillies right now
Well,
in
sure.
this
I think so.
series?
I think so. I mean, I didn't make a play on that one. I thought out of everything, this was probably going to be the hardest game to handicap with all that had happened the night before, just to see where these two teams, were headed. And I think it's maybe going back the direction like you had thought, Ramon, that maybe you got a little bit more of the Astros hitting their stride again. You finally got Altuve, what 3 for 3. He's a guy that they really needed to get out of his slump because he, builds morale. He gets on base. He scores a lot of runs. So I think that's definitely going to help them. The Phillies again. There was a couple times that they had runners on that they needed to get them in, and they didn't. But that is just kind of what happens sometimes. When you're, not great. I mean, the Phillies they're a good team, but they're not that great team in order to come out here and just put it to the Astros. I mean, that's something that they're going to have to get better at. They're going to have to take advantage of those opportunities when they come around because they're not going to get them too often with that Astros pitching.
Well, coming out of the first 2 games, it's still advantage Astros, right? I'm sorry. No, Mindy, I'm sorry. Advantage Phillies. They got one of the 2 games.
Oh, okay.
That's what I mean. Yeah. I'm not saying the
I still think we're probably going to have, the Astros take this World Series, but I see what you're saying that they did get the better out of all they could hope for being at home, playing in Houston was to come out of there with a win. So, yeah.
Well, look, I mean, the funny thing is, if anything, really the line should switch, and maybe it's gone down a little bit, but the Astros are still minus $1.70 favorites, and I'd still recommend that this is a good price because I like the Astros in the series, so I think it's another chance to get on the Astros. But we know the series price was it maybe went up to $2 sometimes places, but it was more than $1.70, $1.85. So I think really, and maybe there's all that Mattress Mac money factored in somewhere in there too. But you'd think the line would have shifted a little more for Philadelphia actually because they've come out with the split. That gets you the home field advantage. Yes, they're still the underdog, but I think the Phillies are being disrespected a little bit. I still like the Astros to win this series, but I'll just publicly say that's not being wishy-washy.
Right.
I'm just responding to what I'm seeing with the odds. If the Astros are $1.70 right now, doesn't necessarily make as much sense, especially when you've lost the home field advantage in the World Series. So now we know it's a little bit less important the way that the Major League Baseball stacks its series. But for me, I just think at $1.70 now, um, I don't know. I'm still saying maybe that's value on the Astros because I like them so strong, but I do think that the Phillies deserve more respect after winning one of the two games, which was so important going on the road. So
Well, I
that's
mean, odds are closer
we're
here.
not picking anything today, really.
Yeah, I mean, odds are closer here next game out, right? So you got Houston
Really?
minus 125, Philadelphia plus 105. So, I mean, that seems a little bit, better to me with where this is going in with McCullers and Syndergaard coming up too.
Yeah, and I don't know if what you think about the pitching match. We'll get into it tomorrow, but I mean,
Yeah.
Syndergaard. I mean, this is a moment that for him. Uh, Look, he's supposed to be at the prime of his career, but he's had all of his problems, and McCullers has been injured this season. So, we'll see how it goes. We'll talk about it tomorrow, but just want to get your reaction and thoughts on the World Series because it was the marquee event,
Right.
even with the huge card. We'll talk about some of the college games too. We have to, but even though it wasn't pretty. So, welcome to everyone. Thank you for coming in. We're just getting started here. Great to see you, everyone.
High knees, Russ. That's my favorite. 4 hours he did high knees on the plane, I heard. 4 hours.
That's what I was trying to reiterate that story yesterday.
Yes,
I don't
you
know if
were.
I was doing a good job of it, but because I said he was doing it on the way back from the last game, but really it was
It was, on the way.
to London. Yeah. And
Yes,
we'll go to the website. I want to go to the website because of the game coming up at 6:30 because I want to show something that we haven't had actually on the show, Mindy, while we've been on the air. And I'll explain to you what that is.
Okay.
Head on over to, and I just want to apologize to you for not coming through. I think it was my fault we didn't have a great day because look, you went 9-5 yesterday with your premium picks, your personal premium picks. You do not see me on the last 24 hours. I've been up there all week at least, maybe longer. Maybe I've missed a day or two, but I've been on there all week. See, last 30 days, 1,800 still clicking. But last 7 days, because I had a bad day yesterday. But you had a good day, and Team Steam had a bad day too, an off day, if you will. So I blame myself because you did a good job. Your handicaps were right on. So just take a look at Tony'sPicks.com, see what we got.
You want to bring it up, Ramon?
Huh?
Bring it up on the screen, Ramon. You want to bring it up?
Thank you. Just going along, looking at it.
Yeah, right? I mean, you can, share your secrets with us.
Go to Tony'sPicks.com and use the promo code TonyT at checkout. But here we go. Bring it up on the screen right now.
All right.
And so I wanted to go to, I was at the leaderboard talking about Mindy's day. I definitely want to show that. Okay, Mindy, 9-5 on the day. That's very, very good for Mindy yesterday. And I'm still on these other leaderboards. But like I said, Team Steam had an off night. It's not your guys' fault out there. I think it's my fault because I had an off night. Mindy had a good night, a good day yesterday with her premium picks right there. Perfect. Along with Ben. Hats off to Ben. Collins in the green yesterday. Looks like not a great night for the Capitals, but let's move on and take a look at Sunday. Best bets coming in from the Lagaretos brothers. We're already underway in several countries, several of the major leagues as well. They're playing games in England, Germany, France, Spain, and Italy today, I think. So head on over to Tony'sPicks.com. They got guaranteed plays. Ben, who is coming in hot, got to promote him for sure. 3 picks in the NFL. Tony T, 3-pack as well. And we just want to mention this. Okay, so here's Tiffany's package today, Mindy, and I just want to mention it because look at this. Morning Steam coming in with some late steam, and also Tiffany coming in. And here's why we don't have any late steam usually on our show because this is Morning Steam.
Right.
So, but here we
So
are.
you're like, good job, Mindy, for getting our play in late. I see.
Well, I don't know. Maybe we got a better line. I'm not sure, but I mean,
we did get a little bit better line actually. I was like, I couldn't believe when I went in there this morning. I was like, oh my god, I didn't put those in from Thursday. Jeez.
Well, right now we just want to mention we won't tell our play because you can go and get it for free if you want to look up real quick. 15 minutes before kickoff here. over at the Tony's Picks YouTube channel. You can get our little free preview of the game, but we have the package available right there if you want to subscribe to the pick right now. $25 right there, morning steam. And yeah, are you in? I'm also in action. Mindy is also in action in the Broncos and Jaguars. So
All right.
we got plays.
We got action. Yes.
Yeah. So we'll be watching the game while the show. One time we got out of here early enough almost to watch the game, but we got all those other games today. So Denver and Jacksonville coming up, bottom of the hour. We have Steam from Tiffany. We got morning Steam pick. We've got Mindy's pick, and I'm on in the game as well. There it is right there. I'm on the spread. Ben's on the total. Mindy's on the money line. You can play it every way. So Russ doing his leg lifts over there on the plane, kind of bothersome, certainly, but
that got a lot of talk, throughout the week because you broke that to me because I hadn't heard that story yet, and then all you hear about is like, oh my god, like if you're doing that kind of stuff on the plane, you need to have your teammates talk about you doing that, not you, Russ, yourself, talking about your 4 hours of rehab on the plane.
It's an awkward personality. Everyone,
starting
to, and then also, you talk about all of his woes this year, the mega contract, even the beginning of the season.
Subway commercial that got axed. His sandwich got taken down.
Really?
The Danger Witch got taken down from Subway.
Maybe I was wrong because I was promoting Russ at the beginning of the season, saying, "Hey, it's good for Denver because you're bringing in a winner and his off the field." But I think I stand corrected on this one. Now I'm really frustrated with Russ, but I do like Broncos country. That's right. So, anyways, Mindy, right now the spread, we'll just talk Jacksonville 1, total 40.5. They're getting ready to kick off. We got plays over there, but also I'm sure you have plays today as well, NFL packages ready to go.
Yeah, I have a morning package as well as a late night package. And then I did my guaranteed best bets on the night game, Sunday Night Football. So yeah, I'll be in action all day long, have quite a few plays. I like the card today, so I hope I don't jinx myself. I have to do the knock on wood, I like it today. I didn't like it so much last week. Today I'm feeling pretty good about it. And so I'm kind of ready to go. Also have some, hockey and some basketball here today too.
All right, now I'm in action as well over at Tony's Picks, and right now I've got an NFL. There's my NFL London best bet, which I have $15. I have the discount on it. I figured it's early in the morning, maybe not everybody's ready yet. Throw the discount on this one, $15. Use the promo code TonyT at checkout and save 20%. Also, I have an NFL 3-pack up there in the early window for today on those games. The 7-game early card, and I'll have something in the afternoon as well. So head on over to Tony's Picks.
I think it's going to be a good card. I'm excited for the day. I think there's some pretty exciting games to watch, some intriguing matchups, as well. Especially, when I, don't have to worry so much. The Chiefs are on bye this week, right?
Yeah, good point. And all right, well, like I said, we had a good night in hockey. Didn't go so great in college football. Do you care to rehash anything?
So I did not get to watch Oklahoma State play. What the heck happened there? How did they get blanked? How did they score 0?
Yeah, they laid an egg. They were down early and often in that one. So great job, K-State. I did like them privately, but I didn't really come in with anything on the service. So shame on me there. I did fail on the total as well because obviously Oklahoma State couldn't contribute there. And I'm sorry I tried to sell you on Nebraska. They were in it for
I wasn't told ever.
They were in it for like a quarter and a half.
Well, I mean, it might have went, different if, starting quarterback didn't go out. It could have went different, Again, I like Smothers over Purdy every day of the week, but they only put him in for a series right before halftime and then went with Purdy after. And then, you can't turn the ball over 3-4 times in a half and expect to win, especially with a team that doesn't have very good defense. I mean, still missing tackles. They never tackle the guy on the first go around. It's always going to be, they hit him, might slow him down, then a gang tackle. But yeah, they need a little bit of work. But, there's still hope for them. They can maybe come out of this with 2 or 3 games yet, maybe get to some sort of, outsider bowl game, perhaps. We'll see.
We whipped on some of the bigger conferences. I think we did better on the smaller games, but another one was, kick us again. When I said to you, Mindy, well, I do like, yeah, I like Michigan State.
Michigan,
and I'm like, well, I'm really going to be hating. We went on the over, and I agreed. Of course, we were on the over because I thought Michigan State would, perform more admirably offensively.
Yeah.
And I said, but boy, the series always goes under.
It always goes under, yeah.
Yeah, I'm really going to kick myself when it's 17-13 in the third quarter, and it was something like that.
Right, right. It wasn't really a very fun game to watch. I was mostly, taking a look at Tennessee and Kentucky, and again, Tennessee kind of proved me wrong. I thought Kentucky was going to be able to hang in there, just did not. Tennessee looks really, really, really strong. Georgia looked good too. Had a little bit of letdown here or there, but pretty much had that game in control the whole time. Should have, definitely covered a higher spread in that one.
It only makes the SEC because Tennessee is that team this year. I mean, Georgia's still there, obviously, because they had another good performance, right, against Florida. But now, where it's kind of been, the Alabama, Georgia, because LSU's fallen off over, and now Tennessee's kind of replacing them. So you still have the 3 teams coming from the SEC, and you really can't match other than Ohio State, of course. I mean, what else can you really do right now? Nothing. This Pac-10 is not shaking out quite right yet that you would think that any of those teams could match up with any of those 4 teams right now.
100%.
So that's going to be the issue when they get to the seeding the 4 teams. But man, it wouldn't be terrible if things keep going. If you had Georgia, Alabama, Tennessee, and Ohio State, you wouldn't be wrong.
What you're looking at.
Yeah. Something would have to happen right at this point. So
I don't think there's anyone else that can really compete at this point in time at all. I mean, you can maybe throw in a couple of names there, but it would be one of those, that I think it would just be like an opportunity, maybe just to win one of those, knock them off when they're not expecting it. But I don't think any of those teams, like a Michigan or anything like that, would be able to compete.
Nobody seems, especially because like Tennessee seems like one of those.
They look good.
They're right there, right? I mean, no doubt.
And I love those uniforms they wore yesterday with the black and orange. I thought that was pretty cool too.
They're not, they're not necessarily worse than Alabama and Georgia either right now. So,
yeah. Blake's coming in with a big old parlay. Same game, it looks like there. All right, let's do it. He's getting his gambling on early today.
Is it in the football game? Okay. Well, it's going to be an interesting game, obviously over there, and it's funny, Mindy. You think about it. We'll get rolling here. Good conversation. We could make fun too of San Diego State if you want, but man, that was just El Melto.
Right.
Nobody cares about them really, but it was a pretty. I haven't really seen them blow a game like that since they lost to BYU like in 19. Right? They played a game against BYU in like 1991 or 81, and they blew a huge lead, ended up with a 52-52 tie, and this was about as bad as I've seen.
About as bad as that, yeah.
Yeah. That's how long ago it was. So, anyways, just want to mention before we get rolling then about this, is Jacksonville right there so bad, right? They're probably playing, like 33% ball over the last several years, but take them over to London. They've won 4 out of their last 8 games, which comparatively to how they've played over the last
It's their
decade.
home field advantage. Yes.
That's what I was saying. That's why I was saying it that way. A little bit of an advantage there. So, all right, yeah. And NBA wasn't too swift for me. I did pull off a few victories there, but
Yeah, I
I
did
had
pretty good. I had
hockey was. That's why I want more hockey right now.
yeah, yeah, because I had the Jazz plus 2.5 and the Thunder over, so I got both of those. So had a pretty good day.
Okay. I started off 3-0 in hockey premiums, ended up 4-2. That was my best, and also won my CFL game. So
All
I keep
right,
winning CFL.
all right.
All right, let's get rolling on. Everybody's here. It's already almost 6:30 time for the football game. So let's start with the card. We're going to get rolling on the NFL afternoon games here for Sunday, starting with the afternoon window, and to get rolling here. See if there's any line changes and late morning steam, late steam, whatever it is. And here, Tennessee and Houston. Now we're getting some breaking news this morning about Tannehill. Going to be looks possibly miss this one, and the total is 39.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure that he is out in this one, but yet, the Titans, they've still won their last 4 here. They beat the Colts 19-10 last time out. Texans, on the other hand, they've lost 4 of their last 5. They had a 20-38 loss to those, Raiders as well. I don't know. The Texans, they don't score much. I'm still going to take a Titans team that's 4-0 against the spread in their last 4, even if they have, a backup quarterback there. Only because they have Derrick Henry. I mean, he can still pretty much, take it to this Texas team. I'll take Titans in a basically pick 'em game. I think do we have your sound off, Ramon?
Yeah, sorry about that.
Yeah.
I clicked on I just missed
Wrong
I
button.
putting the thing there instead of unmuting my mic. So anyway, yeah, I mean, I think I can throw out the some of the trends here on this because of the fact that Tannehill is out, but they have gone 10 and over to the over 10 and 1 to the over the last 11 at Houston, and Tennessee 1-7 against the spread in the last 8 at Houston. So I think the total for me is where I'm gonna look to in this one. I'm gonna look to go under with Tennessee and Houston. I see now. I think maybe we're looking at teams that are going to end up trying to run the ball. Obviously, Texans' running game has looked pretty swift. With Pierce,
Yeah, he's not too bad.
right, he's doing pretty well. So I'm going to look to the under there. I do think whereas maybe the injury is obviously baked in now because Tennessee, opened as a 3.5-point favorite. Now we're looking at a pick, and I think because the total's gone down a little bit too, now to 39. That's due to this news and information. So
Right.
it's not getting the best of the line here, but I'll go under in this one. And you said go ahead and still take Tennessee.
I did, yes.
At the discount price of a pick'em. All right, we're on a couple plays here. We're getting rolling. And the Giants and the Seahawks, well, look out. This is not a bad game
Right.
for the afternoon in a card that maybe is lacking punch. So maybe this is the feature instead of the Niners and the Rams since, we know that our guy Debo's out. But
Right.
Seahawks are favored here, and this one's gone up to 3 steady. It opened Seattle 1. So Seattle's kind of taking the action here. The total 44.5.
Yeah, I mean, the Giants are 6-1. They beat up the Jaguars last time, 23-17. Seahawks 4-3, beat the Chargers last time out. I mean, Giants come in with a 5th-ranked defense here. They only give up about 18 points, a game in this one. But if I take a look at the under, it's 13-2-1 the Giants' last 16 games following an ATS win, and the under is 6-1 the Seahawks' last 7 home games versus a team with a winning record. I'm actually going to go ahead and think this is going to be a little bit more of a defensive battle today. I'm going to take the under 44.5.
I like that. 2-13-1 to the under off of a spread win. Those are the kind of numbers that kind of pique my interest. And I get what Latifah's saying here because we know that Seattle's been
Can
kind of
put points up, yeah.
sieve defensively, but I think I got to agree with you here. And the Giants, you mentioned the defense; they've been going under for sure this season. So I think Seattle still looks to control it. They're not explosive, and don't forget, I mean, we still have to clear this injury report with the two Seattle star receivers.
Right.
Right. I mean, there's no guarantee that either one of those guys are going to play right now. I want to check it. Maybe I don't. I haven't checked Adam Schefter tweets yet. My bad. Coming in here without that, but yeah, nothing yet. But boy, there had been talk all week. I mean, Lockett has the hamstring. Metcalf has the knee problem. They're both questionable. So, we could be going in the game where one or both are out. So, all right. I think an under call is the right call there. Look, it was high and it's gone back down, and maybe that's a foreshadowing of the upcoming impending news. But I want to go under as well. 44.5. That works for me, Mindy. Let's go under in Giants and Seattle.
Consensus play.
Yep. Latifah's here, and you know what, Mindy, it was a rough weekend, so I actually ended up missing the end of the Hawaii game, but I do know that Wyoming won and did not cover.
Right.
So I liked the under in that game, and I actually won, so I wasn't really against Latifah there. I'm sorry, though, my friend. But I know Tony was on Wyoming, and hey, that's what Team's all about. We should have listened to you guys maybe because, we took it on the chin. We owe you guys some winners here. So let's keep working on it, Mindy, and keep going in the NFL. Appreciate all the comments.
Yeah. And Neil, he agreed with Latifah there in that one with an over call. So we got a little bit of, indifference.
There it is right there. And if we got that one wrong last night. Anyways, let's continue on with the Commanders and the Colts in this one. And the Colts, a 3-point favorite, total all the way down to 39.5. What's going on here?
Well, I mean, it's got to be the quarterback situation, right? We get some backups. The game features 3 wins between these two teams. So you got Heineke and Ellinger. Colts are ranked 30th in scoring. Commanders aren't really so much better. I think we got to go under here, right? The under's 5-0 in the last 5 games following a straight up win. Under is also 5-2. I'm going to go under that 39.5 here, Ramon.
All right. Well, I don't like the steep move when it could have had a 44.5, but it's it's not like we are getting a worst of the line, but we would have had to have had a foreshadowing about the Colts quarterbacking situation with Ellinger in there. I mean, it's more of a readjustment than based on maybe there's definitely been some steam on the under here. But I'm willing to go with you on the under here. It's got to be an ugly game, I would think, with the Commanders and the Colts. And you mentioned those trends. And also, don't forget, the Colts have been a solid under all season long, right? So I think Neil's coming in with a little parlay here with Colts money line and under. And Latifah says go under. So finally, we're agreeing, and that's what we need right now. We need some positive affirmation.
That's right.
So let's go under. It's a tough number to beat right there, 39.5, considering, like I said, we could have had better, but again, it was more based on the fact that you do have Ellinger in there. I think, we knew Heineke was going to be in, but now with Ellinger in there also. So under 39.5. Washington.
Yeah, I can barely believe that Matt Ryan got benched.
Yeah, But they're claiming an injury, right? We don't know.
Sure, yes, yes, yes.
Okay, all right.
Matty Ice.
He's on the Lakers.
Yeah, right.
He's a 3-point shooter on the Lakers. Okay, so we're on the under here. So we got 2 consensus plays here. Don't forget, we already had consensus plays on the early games, including the one that's just kicking off right now. And but also on the early games, we have the package up there. We're going to bring it back and get it going here. All right, Mindy. Last game from the 4 o'clock Eastern, 3 o'clock Central, 1 o'clock hour. We know these games start at 15 and 25, whatever. But Rams and 49ers, and yeah, we're seeing the move here back to the Rams now because of no Debo. That's always, that's I don't like that.
I know. He's a
He's
good
one of my
player. I
favorite
like him.
players for sure. It's hard at my age. I got my age. I'm always complaining, but really, it's hard. When you see so many players come and go, it's hard to find players to really get excited about. Debo is our guy, my guy. So he's out for this game, and the Niners still a 1-point favorite here because you got, the whole Shanahan and McVay deal going on, right? Niners kind of own these guys no matter what. But what do you think? Will this injury? Will no Debo? It's almost for me. I want to rely on my numbers. I want to rely on my market watch. But I'm almost like a no Debo, no bet. Debo, yes, bet. Debo, no bet.
Well, I mean, I'm going to take a look at the under, Ramon. 49ers are coming off that loss to the Chiefs. Rams won their last one out versus the Panthers in kind of an ugly game. Rams are 29th in scoring. I can't believe it. I mean, I don't know when they're ever going to get their stuff together. I mean, is Jefferson maybe going to make a difference here? I don't know. But, the under is 5-1 the last 6 meetings between these two. The under is 7-1 in the 49ers last 8 versus the NFC. I'm going to take the under on this one.
And they're a combined 3-10 to the under this year. Would you be okay with an afternoon 3-pack out of the 4 games?
That's a lot of underplay. I'm okay with it.
Okay. Under, yeah, we're under 3 times. That's right. That's what I want. Right?
Right.
Let's do it. We got 3 unders. Oh, great. I love it. And we'll take the under in this division matchup with San Francisco and the Rams. Yeah, I mean, 5 of the last 6 meetings going under. These guys are solid unders this season. No Debo.
No Debo.
We know what the Rams are going to be. I mean, the Niners are going to be up to. We know
it's going to be a lot of George Kittle, right? I mean, I don't know what else it's going to be.
Well, and now looking back, I remember the Bengals had the slow start. But now you look at the Bengals compared to the Rams, right? I mean, where's the Rams? Even the super defense is kind of, but meanwhile the Bengals have the real defense, and even though they're in the Monday night game, so we're not talking about until tomorrow. But even though they're going to be missing Chase. Look at their receivers they got, with Boyd and Higgins. I mean, they still got guys. So
right.
The Bengals look like a team. Don't forget about these Bengals, with the AFC looking like it is right now. They were in that big game last year, and, no reason why they won't kick it into gear with what they got going. They do need Chase back to make it perfect, but okay, so we have a play here on the under with the Niners and the Rams closing out that.
We got it. Let's do it, Ramon.
Let's see how we do. We might have a standalone. We'll see. We're going to look at the game between the Packers and the Bills. And, well, we don't want to bore you with the obvious storylines. You already know it. I mean, I'm wearing my Packers throwback jersey. I don't know if you could tell that, Mindy.
I can't really see. I was wondering what it was.
Yeah. Packers throwback jersey. It's a Sterling Sharp jersey,
right.
And so I don't know. That's the way I'm going to go. I'm going to listen to you first. Go on about the game, but we know Green Bay Rodgers never got this many points. Never been a double-digit underdog. Bills have won their home games 90-2 or something like that. They're crushing teams at home. So, what's going to happen in prime time now that Aaron Rodgers and the misfits of the Packers are getting double digits?
Man, they're just gonna get crushed at home, I think.
Oh,
I'm gonna take the Bills at minus 10.5 here in this one. The favorite's 5-1 in the last 6 meetings. You have Lazard. I believe he's still out for the Packers. I just think the Packers look like they're kind of all in shambles in that passing game. I mean, they're not passing for anything more than about 9 yards here in this one. And I thought that duo of, we're going to be better in the backfield and just kind of haven't been. I don't know if it's just that because they're not being able to, open it up a little bit that running game has then, suffered. I just think Packers losing three straight here. It's not going to go well for them today. Bills are 5-1 coming off a big win versus the Chiefs. Give me the Bills.
well, and you see that Neil is saying, bring back Sterling Sharp, bring back James Lofton, right? Who else? Donald Driver. Let's go, chat. Remember some of the great Packers receivers? Neil, though, says Diggs get a TD, McKenzie gets a TD, and the Bills roll. So we can throw Devontae Adams certainly in there too as one of the Green Bay greats, but he's not there anymore. And remember, it was always kind of a problem anyway, for a couple of years now about where the Packers receivers. I mean, they really have, before Devontae really went off, and they were still looking for guys kind of with Aaron Rodgers off and on throughout the years. Cobb we could put in there, and he's brought back. Maybe he should he's already brought back Cobb, right? So he tries to bring back these guys. Kind of reminds me of the Lakers or something.
Right.
Get a bunch of old guys. So I'm going to go against you, Mindy. I'm going to go against you in this one. I'm going to come in and take the Green Bay Packers and say,
all right,
come on.
All right.
Why are you going to do Aaron Rodgers like this? Hey, Packers going to have some defense in there. They do play a little bit of defense here, but I get it. Buffalo is on fire. They could absolutely drub them, and I'll be with egg on my face. But I look for the Packers to play enough defense here to keep it close. So you might see how I'm trending, and you might see what I'm talking about in that game. In this one,
I think we're seeing that very similarly with where that's gonna go with that 47.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right. And that's a look at the National Football League. We will take a look at the game between Cincinnati and Cleveland. Join us tomorrow. We'll have the World Series as well. But our premium consensus plays for the early games are up right now over at Tony'sPicks.com. And we'll have them for the late games too. Mindy, we had 3 games in the afternoon slate. Giants, Seattle under. Washington, Indy under. San Francisco Rams under.
Sounds like wins. Unders. I love it. We love defense, Ramon.
Yep.
Yeah. So any score in that game yet? I'm not watching it.
No score.
Nothing yet. All right.
No, yeah. Right now it looks like Denver has the ball, and they're not way back in their own territory right now, about the 20-yard line or so. Okay, we're gonna get into
this one.
Huh?
Oh, he came up with Blake said James Jones. I said, "There's one, James."
Yeah,
Jones.
Sure. They could use somebody now, and he's always had. The tight end position has kind of gotten away from them. I think a little bit. It seems like all these guys, you expect the next guy to step up and be that next Packer tight end, but they've really been kind of marginal over the last couple of guys that have come through.
I think he's pretty good. I just think
that's what I'm saying. I think we were expecting more from him though, and it hasn't quite happened yet because he disappears in so many games.
Yes.
Okay, let's get into NBA basketball where we got a
Jacksonville defense. Heck yeah. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
We're gonna pick things up. Yeah, picked off. Picked off. What do we call it? What are we calling him? Knee,
Uh,
knee, knee rise Russ or something.
Danger, Russ.
Yeah, doing it, but picked off here. So, Mindy, I'll go ahead and mention right now, actually, if unless you want, the game is underway, and I'm not just saying it because Russ just got picked. It's on the site. It'll come up afterwards, and my subscribers already know I'm on the Jacksonville Jaguars here
And
in
so
our
is
game.
Mindy on the Jacksonville Jaguars. And the
We're
morning's team, we took the
under.
under.
Yeah. So, don't want to see a pick that close there inside the 35, but maybe they'll, but I think maybe Jacksonville touchdown might be okay here. We got to get them out in front. So
That's right.
we're on Jacksonville, everybody, just to let you know. And
Yeah,
the
went
under
along with Ramon. That's like my
and Mindy,
favorite.
we're both on Jacksonville, and Team Steam is on the under. I hope everyone was with us on Thursday. Did they agree with us in the chat? You guys, were you on with us with the under in this one? Again, I think what did we get? Maybe probably 39.5 or so. So,
Yeah,
all
I
right.
don't remember what it was. 40.5 because I
Oh,
put it
we
in
got a
late.
good number.
Yes,
Okay,
because
great.
remember I put it in late.
Oh, we put it late and got a good number.
Yeah, because we got the morning steam on it, or the late steam,
Okay, it
because
moved
I
up
just put it in
this
before the
morning.
show.
Okay, I didn't know it had moved up this morning like that because we'd already kind of wrapped it up.
Yeah.
Woo!
Goodness.
Sorry about that. I couldn't stop. I couldn't hit my mute
You
and
passed
stop
it
the
up.
cam in time. Sorry, folks. Might happen again here. So, Mindy, you might have to take over. Let me click up the game so I can.
Internal sneeze. We
Yeah,
could see it
sorry,
on,
guys.
we could see it on film.
Sorry about that. Let me pull up a game here so we can let me get a second off camera maybe and sneeze. So let's roll, Mindy, with it. New Orleans and the Clippers. This is a day game, and the line did kind of out. This one really wasn't available overnight. It really just kind
You
of
got
came.
the Timberwolves up, by the way.
Oh, thank you. There we go. Pelicans and Clippers. So this one's up to 3. And the total 224. This one was probably the only game overnight that didn't have a line. It just came out probably within the last 90 minutes or so. And it opened as high as Clippers 4, went down to 2.5, but now it's 3.
Yeah, and so this one here also is the earliest game on the slate. I think it's mid-afternoon. I think 1:00 Central Time is what I had on it. Pelicans lost their last one here to the Suns, 111 to 124. Clippers lost also in their last one out. I'm going to take a look at the under the total. Unders 4-1 the last 5 between these two. I'm going to go under the 224.5.
Okay. I got to be honest with you because of the late information about the line, and I did look at it. I mean, I know, Clippers look they're not covering numbers, that's for sure. New Orleans has really done a nice job in this series. I think that's the way I'm going to go. Actually, I'm going to take New Orleans to come in there. I have concerns right now with the Clippers. There's no doubt Kawhi. There's an issue. Kawhi has issues. I think it is going to be. I think it is going to be serious when it's all. He may come back, but I mean, I think we're going to be dealing with this situation. Can't but help but notice his size too now, and he doesn't really look as sleek as he used to. He's a bigger player now, physique wise, and if you have knee issues type of thing, right? So, yeah, there's a touchdown right there.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, and look who it was. Oh man, Evan Ingram, is that who caught that? Okay, Jacksonville on the board here, and so anyways, Minnie, I'm gonna go ahead, and you said you're going under in this one,
Yes.
and I am gonna take New Orleans in this one. They've actually covered a decent amount against the Clippers, 38 out of the last 55 meetings. That's a long-term trend, but I'm not saying that's why it holds up here, but the move has already been on New Orleans. It opened 4, it's now 3. So, okay, not my favorite of the group. Could use a little more time with
More
that game.
points.
Yeah. The Wizards here at Boston, and Boston favored in this one now, and Boston's favored by 9. Total all the way down to 221.5.
Oh man, 221 and a half. I think that looks pretty good for my numbers because I like the over here in this one. I'm gonna hit
Oh,
over 224. Wizards, they did lose to the Pacers. Celtics lost to the Cavs. Over here is hit in the last 19 of the Celtics 29 games versus the Wizards off of 2 or more days rest. Give me the over 221 and a half.
no, I gotta agree with you. I'm not here trying to pull fast ones on Mindy every time I change the line on her and it goes against her. I mean, here's an obvious situation where it's obviously benefited her, and the line did go up actually early on from 223 to 225, and then now we're seeing a big decline in this number. Probably should check maybe the Tony T style injury information on the game. That's such a significant move, but the spread hasn't moved any, so maybe that's not really a factor. Yeah, there's nothing too serious with this game to me. It looks like so. I think we're in a pretty good position actually with this game at 221.5. Mindy, the series has kind of gone under, but Boston as a big favorite, they usually roll pretty well
Yeah.
over Washington here. It might be too many points. I give Washington actually a chance to cover in this one, but let's go over 221 and a
Okay.
half, or if it's higher, we'll go over that too. But
Yeah.
it's definitely going to be down there in the low 220s now. It's not 223. It's not 225. Knicks and Cavaliers. The Cavaliers are down to a 4-point favorite, and this total's down to 221.
Yeah, I mean, Knicks here, they're 3-2 coming off a 119-108 loss to the Bucks. As we just talked about, Cavs, they're on a roll, 1-4 straight now, with their last one being that overtime win versus the Celtics. On the season, the Knicks are first in the league in scoring, 120 points a game. Cavaliers are 12th at 117 points a game. Knicks 11-2 against the spread their last 13. I'm going to take the Knicks +4 in this one.
I'm down with that. I mean, they've covered 4 of the last 5 times against Cleveland. I think 4 is enough points for me to agree with you and get involved here. I thought you were going to, go over there at first, the way you were talking up the offense for the Knicks. I think it's a pleasant surprise that the Knicks have been able to score like they have. Now, maybe they're going up against a pretty reputable defense, but look, these two teams are combined 7-3 to the over. I'm not selling you necessarily on the over here. I want to go with Mindy and take the Knicks because I think that they can, be decent against a Cleveland team that might be known for defense. Yeah, this total's moving down. The market's saying it might be an under here, but I'm going to go with Mindy. I'm going to agree and take those 4 points. We've got a second play here already. Consensus play. New York Knickerbockers, please.
The Knickerbockers.
Warriors and Pistons. The Warriors are down to a 7.5-point favorite. Totals up to 229.5.
Yeah, Warriors, I think maybe a little bit unexpectedly lost to the Hornets in the last one out. Pistons, with that backcourt still losing 5 straight. Last one to the Hawks. Pistons are 23rd in scoring at 110 points a game. I'm going to take a look at the under at 6-2 in the last 8 between these two in Detroit. I'm going to take under 230.5, or I guess it's now 229.5.
Yeah. I'm really sitting on the fence with that total. I was just kind of unsure. Only because this they're combined. They've just gone massive to the over this year. 10 of the 12 games that the two teams have played have gone over this season.
Yeah, those
And
Warriors put it up a lot.
my high window was 233. I was kind of looking, but I have a pretty wide window on this game. So at 233, I was thinking under. If it was like 228, I might lean over. At 229, it might be right there. So I'm going to take Detroit here. Look, Golden State opened as high as 10, and now it's down to 7.5. Hey, if you like the Warriors, you want to take the square player, take a good team with a discount. I don't know if they pay attention to the line move. I'm not even getting the best of it here with Detroit. All I know is Golden State was as high as a 10-point favorite. And now they're 7.5. You mentioned Golden State losing to the Hornet. They look like the team to me this year. They're going to get up for the big games. They've already shown that they can win, and then they might, end up, these are the games where they're not going to perform as well. So I'm going to take Detroit here. I might even sprinkle some money line on that one. I know Detroit. I know what you're saying, Mindy. 5-1, 1-5 straight up. They've been straight garbage pretty much so far, but they seem to be taking sharp action here, and it's some sharp action that I just sometimes can't ignore. Everybody can laugh at me tomorrow. I'm on the Pistons. Mindy's on the under. Timberwolves and Spurs here in this one. The Timberwolves 5.5, and the total's up to 237.
And the Spurs, they're 5-1 in their last 6 at home. I just think, they're a pretty decent 4-2 team this year. I think they've surprised me a little bit. The Spurs have. But yeah, I'm going to take the Spurs plus points in this one.
All right. Take those Spurs, says Mindy, plus 5.5. Yeah, I mean, hey, Minnesota has done very, very well, covering 8 of the last 10 meetings against these two, and the total's gone 9-3 to the over at San Antonio. But man, the total just keeps moving up and up and up. Here at 237 now, and I'm starting to these series where they play each other 2 times in a row. They're I don't know if I like this, Mindy. Actually, I think who else is doing it? Thought there were Denver and the Lakers. Right? I don't know if I like that, and I like playing a different. I know baseball. I mean that's different. I don't know if I like this, but I'm going to go over here in this one, despite the little increase there to 237. I've already kind of got burned with. You might take the fade train with me on this. I think I've flubbed these two teams up every time on the total, but my numbers say this is going to be in the 240s. So maybe I'll have to adjust. Mindy says go Spurs plus 5.5. I'm saying go over 237. Magic at Mavericks, it's 9.5 all the way down to 213.5.
213.5. So I'm getting good numbers again. I'm going to go ahead and take the over. Over is 5-2 in the last 7 between these two teams. Magic 1-5 won their last one out against the Hornets. Mavs, they lost to the Thunder 117-111. Over's hitting 13 of the Mavs last 20 games. I like the over in this one.
I'll do you a solid. I'm seeing a 213 in a major offshore book. If you have 213, I mean, I steal points from Mindy all the time here with these moves, but today, let's say Mindy's fading the market. She's fading the market a little bit here.
A little bit, that's all right.
Yeah, but that's okay. Now, Mindy says going over in this game. I like the under back at 217. My number's pretty tight with this one right now, so that's kind of saying not so sure. But boy, this line continues to move down to 9.5, and I don't know if there's really much reason for it. I mean, it is a market move, I guess, towards Orlando here. I don't know. I can't fade you. I can't fade you necessarily, Mindy, in this one. Man, this one's tough. I'm gonna have to take a pass.
Okay.
Yeah. Rockets and Suns. The Suns are a 12-point favorite, and this total 228.
All right. So the Rockets have lost 2 in a row now. Last out to the Trailblazers. The Suns, they've won 3 in a row. Looked pretty good. Last couple times I watched them play, averaging 129 points over their last 2 games, and ranked 9th in scoring with a 118 point per game average. Again, gonna look at the over in this one. Over is 5-1. Rockets last 6 games following a straight up loss. Over 5-1 in the last 6 between these two teams. I'll take the over 228.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen the steady move to the under here. I don't know if I can necessarily get involved that way. I'm going to end up taking Houston here, I think, plus the 12 points. Look, one team's going one way, one team's going the other, but there's been a slight move to Houston. It opened 13, it's now 12. Teams have gone over in 5 of the last 6 meetings. And with the total going down, Houston's 1-5 straight up. Phoenix is 4-1 straight up. I'm going to take Houston though as my pick. Mindy says go under. What'd you say?
No, I said over. Over the 228.5. All right, so we got the Nuggets versus the Lakers. So I feel like I'm not going to make the same mistake twice here with this one. Was on the Lakers last time out. I thought it was a pretty good spot. I feel like they've done nothing but I guess prove me wrong during that. So yeah, I mean the Nuggets here, they're 4-2 following a win over the Jazz, 117-101. While the Lakers, they're 0-5, with the 102-111 loss to the Timberwolves. Lakers are, 30th in like everything, right? So I'm going to go ahead and take the Nuggets. I've learned my lesson.
No, I'm just dying over here. That's okay.
A little sneeze attack, perhaps.
Yeah, for me, in this one, Mindy, what'd you say, Nuggets?
Yeah, I'm going to take the Nuggets. The Lakers have just not shown any sort of improvement. Oh, I guess maybe a little bit, right? They're shooting like
Lakers.
They're shooting like maybe 24% instead of 21. So they are, doing a little bit better.
Yeah, this has been a disaster, obviously. Is this the spot? Is this the spot for the Lakers? I'm not sure. I'm not sure that it is right now, but I'm going to go over in this one as my play. This series is pretty strong to the over 28-11-2 in the last 41. The Lakers certainly been going under this season, but I'm going to go over tonight in Denver and Lakers. I was saving it for a premium, but because I'm dying in my script right here says take the over, I'm going to go with the over right now. I'm going to try to fix myself a little bit and just use it as my play because I actually kind of want to try to make a case for the Lakers here finally to get the money. I just
do after I finally come around, Ramon, to say the Lakers just aren't going to get it done.
Yeah, and well, I just want to make it clear, Minnie. Though the total, I want to, I'm showing 228, and I mean
from 222 to 228.
Yeah, and does anybody see? Let me check another book because I don't want you to be, you can have this price, but I mean, there's just I'm pretty sure that. Anybody else seeing what I'm seeing in the chat? Go ahead and comment. This is one. This is such a strong move. Yeah, I mean, it was just an error earlier, not on my part. I mean, on the book's part because it's just been a huge, huge move. So okay, so I'm fine with that. I will give it out here. Mindy's taking Denver -3.5. Also, I'm going to give out the over as a free play now. Like I said,
depending on what that line is.
now that I've gotten my bearings back, and I'm showing.
He said 228 is what he saw too.
Yeah, and there's no doubt it was lower. You could look at any market trackers at all, and it was lower. And so, almost to make it humorous out of what I was saying about now it has to be a free play. I still like the over here.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, we're going to move to hockey.
Here we go. Hockey.
And we only end up with 2 plays there, so let's try to.
Yeah, we had the Wizards Celtics over 221.5 and the Knicks +4.
Yeah. Yeah, 228 on that Laker game. That was really bizarre. But now I got to play it as a free play because I like the over.
Okay.
All right. Columbus, Merzlikins, New Jersey, Vanishek. New Jersey, 200, 6.5 over 20.
Yeah, I'm going to take a look at the under, Ramon. It's 9-3-2, the last 14 in New Jersey. Merzlikins, he's got averages, 4 goals. Blackwood, well, I guess I had Blackwood in. It looks like it's Vanacek instead. But,
Okay, I'll
he only
refresh.
allows usually 2 goals per game. But the under is 5-1 in the Devils' last 6 Sunday games. These two teams are 24th and 25th in goals for. I'm going to be taking a look at the under.
Okay. Yeah, let me call up and see if we have any confirmations yet. And yeah, I'm seeing what you're saying. I'm saying, could be either or. So, but at this price, I don't disagree with you. I think, look, this is one area where we are clicking. So we'll come in with confidence here and come in with the under with you. Let's see. It's moved. It's 6.5 under 15 now. So we are getting a terrible price here. But I think I think it's a market move that reflects that will be a low scoring game today. 6.5 over there was about 2 hours ago. Now it's 6.5 under, and it's still with New Jersey about 200. So we got a premium consensus here, though, and
Sounds
we're going to
good.
go under in Columbus and New Jersey, no doubt about it.
Here
Kind
we
of
go. Consensus play. Under.
Yeah, consensus play in that game. I think that I think New Jersey might be okay even at $2 a day. Just my concern is that because Columbus is they're not covering the puck line at all. They do own this series though, 21-5 last 26 meetings.
Gotcha.
Minnesota and Chicago here. It could be Fleury. It could be Stalock. Stalock is one of the
That's who I had. Fleury and Stalock.
confirmed goalies.
Yeah, and I'm going to go ahead and take a look to the over 6.5 goals here in this one today. The overs 5-1, the Wild's last 6. Overs 5-1, the Blackhawks last 6 overall. Blackhawks here averaging 4.5 goals, while Fleury, he's given up 4 goals. Stalock has given up 3 goals a game. These two folks play no defense. 25th in goals against, and the Blackhawks are first in shooting percentage. I'll take the over.
I'll be on the over with you, and we're actually getting a little better price now. The under has moved to the favorite at 6.5, minus 115 to the under. Minnesota's taking action, and I don't necessarily mind that either. But the total's a much nicer price. Let's go over as another premium consensus play in hockey.
Consensus play.
Remember, that's funny that we did well, but I was like, man, we're not really having as many in hockey, but today so far so good. Hopefully,
right.
Toronto Colgren, he's one of the confirmed goalies, I think, in there for sure. Going up maybe against Gibby. Toronto here minus $1.80, 6.5 over 25.
Yeah, and I like the Maple Leafs in this spot. I had them at minus 190 here, this morning, last night. I like that 175 even better. Maple Leafs, they've won 7 the last 8 meetings, 15-4 in the last 19, also 7-3-0 in the last 10 games in Anaheim. And they've only allowed 5 goals in 10 games to those Ducks.
All right. Over, you say?
No, I'm going to take Toronto.
Oh, okay.
And you said they're minus 180 now. Yeah, I had them up as high as minus 190.
A little bit of a discount.
I like them in this spot.
Yeah, a little bit of a discount for you there. These teams cannot cover the puck line at all. I mean, Toronto's usually a favorite. They don't cover the puck line. Anaheim's usually a dog. They don't cover the puck line. So something's got to give here in this one. But, to me, I think Toronto can score today. I think they'll have no trouble scoring today against Anaheim. I'm going to look for this one to go over with Toronto and Anaheim. Look, Toronto has been an under team so far this season, no doubt about it. But here against weak Anaheim, I think this one sets up just fine for Toronto, and I will go over 6.5 and over 25. I wouldn't even be ashamed to go over 7 at a little bit of plus money, maybe, if you wanted to do it. I think they might get to 8 today. Anaheim hasn't been doing too well scoring, but I think this one could get loose. All right, the Rangers at Arizona and their little funny arena, right? Are they there yet? 6.5 under now the favorite at minus 120. This one's kind of flopped.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a look at the under here. Under is 3-1-1 the last 5 in Arizona. 4-1 the Rangers last 5 overall. 9-1-1 Arizona's last 11 Sunday games. Shesterkin allows only 2 goals per game. I don't know how you say it for sure. Pamelka for 4 goals allowed per game. So I'm gonna take a look at the under in this one.
Vezhmilka.
Vezhmilka.
I don't want to make fun of the gentleman's name. It's a nice name.
If you're saying it with a dialect, I get
it. I definitely like the under here, Mindy. In fact, I think the line. What is it now? It's still 6.5 under 20. I think this is fine. I think this is fine in this one. The Rangers have gone under in 4 of their last 5. I think they do very well in this series. I think Shesterkin can be fine. Hopefully, he is in there. I'm not worried if he's not, but I want to go under in this one. We're going to have 3 out of the 4 so far.
Yep.
Premium consensus. I like this one. I've got most of my model. Well, no, maybe half of it. Maybe just a little bit more than half is more 6 over. So I like that a lot. And let's go under in Rangers and Arizona.
Hey, Nikki.
Yeah, Rangers should take care of business at minus $2 or so. Don't mind them today. Appreciate everybody in the comments. And they score. Oh, geez, here come the Jags here.
Jags are about to go in again. All right.
Yeah, that's a 5-yard line right now. So keep us posted in the chat because I got
I'm not watching
hockey and I missed that. Thanks for waking me up there. I get so excited here. Okay, next up, Winnipeg, and let me see. I think I saw something on the goalies here. Let me make sure I got it right. No, Hellebuck and Thompson so far. Just let me see here. Bear with me. Just a little typo is what I have.
I know now Latifah's giving me like play-by-play. This is perfect. She's the color commentary. That's what you are, Ramon, right? Color commentary.
Well, I did a game. I go out on the community college team. I just like to go out there with my phone. It's kind of funky, but it's not like a real broadcast for the one that I do with them. And but there was one play yesterday. It was just so bizarre. Okay, Hellebuck and Thompson here. In this one, yeah, I've got them. It's $2, and the total is 6 over 15. This one's I got it. That's right. There's no problem.
Okay. Well, I think I'm going to take a look at the under. It's 4-0-1 the Jets last 5. Under 6-1-1 the Jets last 8 versus a team with a winning record. Also, the under is 4-0-2 in those Knights last 6 overall. Give me the under. Lawrence interception, what, in the end zone? What the heck? Didn't you just say they were on like the 5-yard line? Sorry to interrupt your,
We're getting updates, huh?
What? Oh, yeah. So,
well, that helps our under, and we still have Jacksonville in the lead then, right?
That's right. But yeah, I like the under in this Knights Jets game.
Oh, sorry about that. Now I get to watch the game here, and then Vegas 7-2 so far, straight up and on the puck line. Winnipeg's done pretty well in this series, though. They've won 5 of the last 6 meetings. I don't mind that. Here, the teams are combined to go 4-10 to the under, but we're going to disagree, Mindy. I'm going to go
Okay.
over. Yep, I'm going to go over 6.
Challenge. We have to have a good challenge.
Yeah, we got 3 agreements, but we got a disagreement.
Awesome.
So, all right. Well, hey, that gives us. I don't know. Maybe we could have a. Maybe we could have a 5-pack with those 2 sports, or I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
But,
let's do it. It'll be fun.
Yeah, 5, right? I mean,
Yeah,
I
we got
know they're
5.
like 3s, but I mean, we can't have a 3 and a 2, and then 2 split up in the basketball. 5, we owe it to. Look, please, okay, you're getting the place for free, but anybody who does subscribe to our picks, we owe you. We owe you some winners, and we owe you, a 5-pack because yesterday wasn't Swift. Got to clean that. We're gonna clean that up and get those units back today and stop talking about it, Mindy. So, okay, Mindy, that's a look at the show for today.
Thanks
Good
everyone
job
for joining us.
I feel great. I'm all ready to go. I'm ready to start the show again. I feel, after a little 2-minute bit there, but now we're done.
Right.
So, but anyways, we will be back tomorrow with
now
more.
we can go watch the football game.
Yeah, that's true too, and it's looking pretty good with in the second quarter and 12 and a half to go, and we're I think Jacksonville the under right now. We're on target, right? So
sounds good.
Okay. Good job. Remember, go over to Tony'sPicks.com. Use the promo code TonyT at checkout. Mindy and I have packages up there. You see, well, I don't have NFL London. I got to refresh that. But I've got a free pack in the early window, and Mindy also has her packages up for the NFL today, as well as basketball and hockey. So good job, Mindy. We'll see you tomorrow. Use the promo code TonyT at checkout. Save 20%. Look at that soccer action coming up with Nick and Paul.
Yeah, that's
as
a
well.
bunch.
We know how hot those guys have been. Check out our pick ticker if you're running late. Just need one game. We know those are a la carte at $25. So probably going to be putting at least a couple of bones on those for sure. But use the promo code TonyT at checkout. We'll still save you 20%. Love all the comments coming in. We want to thank everyone. Carrie, Latifa, Neil, Blake. Who am I forgetting here? Mindy, did I get everybody in there? Yeah, I think so. That's everybody. So thanks for joining us in the chat. It was great to have everybody. Sebastian.
Yeah, he was there.
Matt D was in early.
Yep.
But high knees Russ, right? That's what it was.
Right.
All right. For Mindy Hunt, I'm Ramon Scott. Thank you for joining us. Catch you tomorrow. More Morning Steam.
Bye-bye.